to. If you think it's about you, it probably is. Start with one called Red Pool. Two things rule all mankind, fear and greed. That which courses tremor of fright, beacons of light, different for every man, though common threads are common. Craving is another word for greed of imminent need in perception. Sometimes nothing else will do. Shiny, happy people crowd objects, think they're above that bestowed by nature. Some misguided attempt at civilization where none exists. Darwin be damned. I crave not acceptance of masses. I care not of misnomers spelled society. Today I have a taste for something, blood, same as every day. Yet today it's yours I plan to spill. All the condemnation, consternation, conjured under the sun and moon mean nothing. Nothing else will do. No vampiric machination, only a congealed pool of your syphilitic river fills my vision. Red. Today you will bleed. This I assure you. Deal with it or don't. I crave blood, your blood, with all my greed, all my temporary acrimonious insanity, and no fear whatsoever. It's called Country Bear Jamboree. It's one I wrote a while back. Owls see much, so much that much of it isn't there, except when it is, laughing. Wise isn't always. Arms stretch, tear, snap from sockets tired of working, bearing weight of heart, soul pumping reps of gray. A tug of war pits honest reflection, read Catch-22. Paranoia its counterpoise, silicon its crime partner. All above a net of tangled web of stagnant gray matter as branch and vine hijack swamp. Twisted shadows bounce off dancing shallows, never staying long enough for even deft hands to reach for a proper handshake. Instead, they bound, leap, swirl, but don't stop for long, protecting the secret that is mine, even from me. One turbulent jetty removed from myself, like a load of laundry hot out of the dryer, clean, but for the stains chaining you to their trespass. If only whites and color separated themselves to reveal apparitions and clarity for their disposal, rather than linger like images seated in your lap while departing the haunted house searching for levity, found amid a bunch of country bears playing banjos somewhere never to be discovered as anvils of age forge ahead in bellows of smoke. It's called Six Ways to Sunday. Stars look west for sleep. Eastern rays appear despite my protestations. Where light I seek dark. A tree awakens before my eyes. Tangled branches reveal nothing warm. Elusive peace of mind hides among a morass of branch and leaf. Each limb a stop at deja vu corner, an intersection of echo and now. Out of sight is out of mind. Sometimes it's best that way. Challenged minds don't do owners in overthinking. With night the capacity to ignore, enjoy respite. A skill woefully absent my DNA, fitting as an elegy perhaps. As he arrived, so too as he departed. Peak and valley rhythm isn't rhythm at all. White men can't dance. An EEG runs flatline. Guess that's lights out, isn't it? Tomorrow just got easy. Rest in lieu of the fight. A journey objectively old takes on all comers. Maybe it's time for numb. A Y juncture in the road with signs, a lot of them. All point 6 ways to Sunday. This one's called Sunset Dance with Buddy Guy and Suicidal Tendencies. Sitting under a gently swaying palm, watching day turn to night that dance on a floor of no boundary but for the horizon. One might think all is well, espying me watching flickering light like eyes fighting sleep, futilely pushing back against the dark. Suicidal strings race from chord to chord, fermented barley and hops chase wisps of anesthetic smoke and medicine cabinet sutures. One might think all is well, but the western front is besieged. The floor has fallen from beneath the feet of tapping tides, rendering an eve of flamethrower potency, as held in the hands of original passion, in new wrapping, enveloping sanity in a slant pit found only at night. This one is called My Brain Crashed into Two Poems and Can't Get Up. Sorry if it does the same to you. This is with a nod to Mark Hartenbach. He wrote one of the blurbs back here, and he's one of my favorite authors. Warped vision fronting warped mind mangles perception. Well, maybe not if shape is all in the eye of the beholder. Unfortunately, trees fall in forests even when nobody's hearing. Still, however, stormy days survive to seem to teach that sums greater than those of ubiquitous equation of multiple variable actually take the field. When that which is seen storms from locker room and logical construction, but for the ability to cross streets without adult supervision. Among keloid tissue of that not visible in a mind blocked by tangled groves of geometry, leading to webs of differentiation and reintegration, sticky as flypaper, the conceptualization of greener pastures of right-side tilt found at 3 o'clock from cognition's vantage point. Tortured artists have nothing on bludgeoned souls of logic, creativity yet unborn from shells too thick, but cognizant that Pythagoras didn't quite explain it all. As devil in detail hijacks angel of viscera, everybody knows everything, nobody gets anything. Thanks. On an unlit street. Hide me from light. I don't want to see, don't want to be seen beyond my icy glare. I want a sense to embrace naked death as a welcome roommate, no longer the mother of all fears, but the solve of all ills. No longer the phantom on the cold floor beneath the bed, but the one that lay beside me in the warp. Let darkness envelop skies and streets and buildings and again make me feel safe, out of the light, out of their sight, out of my own. Make lightness of day go far away, run amok of me it has. Bring the reaper to my shoulder so I laugh at his silhouette. Let people of day return home, leave streets safe for the unsafe, open its doors to me, let me in. Transport me to the precipice so that I may stomp a heavy soul again, lose the weight that splits. Take me to the motherfucking end. Wrestle me at cliff's edge higher than the highest peaks. Dare me to look over the brim of the steepest slope over the darkest abyss and dare me to stare right into its motherfucking eye while it stares right the fuck back. This one's called Seizure. Sparks flicker though it's storming, word escapes, gibberish scribble, disjointed thought, singing the same chorus, singing in the rain, woeful melody, repeatedly, of gang rape of my skull. Cognition gone incognito. I see pavement in front of me, observe birds nesting, feral cats hide in tall wheatgrass, rumbling seas, white cap below, stormy scene painted tar, meaningless, background to a painting not painted. All circuits out of order, motor lacks oil, lacrimal duct detached long ago, river locks need fine keys, though blissful is inability to ponder what may come to pass. Alit before me a red-headed cardinal, perhaps they're all red-headed, this one digging not for precious metal. Looks like the sound in my head, sounds like the colors of rainbow. Sensory overload passes lightning, inkwells burst nonsense. The cat's dead, dog asleep. Some things I recall, like the painful silence of muse as my head rips open, singing the song of no lyric, overstaying its welcome like withdrawal or lawyers in their bloated retainers, bottles of solution solving nothing. A horse ran off with my voice, left a frog as collateral. He croaked. A silent scream won't howl. I twist in the blustery squall, wonder when the minefield might be cleared, if blooming star flowers will ever die. Leave me in my own winds, return my tongue, before sparklers blister what remains. This is your brain on drugs, now delivers oatmeal on a platter. This has been a public service announcement, expect no service. Wires crossed, can't see past polychromatic convulsing sky. Bursting with energy I'm unable to harness. Taking the last train to Clarksville as pop rocks steal my thunder. Sorry. This is called called Daydreaming Away. It's for Razor, who's one of my publishers of this book, and who can't be with us today because he's working on books. Adrift on a sampan, aimlessly afloat on a lake named Doll, replete with odd life, of odd names lost in ash of age, weight of existence. A pterodactyl passes above, nonchalant, rendering an Escher shadow upon gentle ripple of chocolate current. A curious wave gliding gently between red rock and black sand candy. Tropical palm and desert scrub, emptying not in sea but hearts, minds made too old, too young. Tick-tock, a keyboard strikes, running loose, guided only by boundless galaxy, found under tipsy boulders where imagination grows free among fern, and it need make no sense. Unicorns love fern. Perhaps that's why they're among the more popular valley residents. Thank whatever is holy that didn't fall to the white rifle as the Loompa. Left unattended, lichen, moss, and fern overpopulate, leaving a bitter aftertaste in the ground chocolate river table. Clearly nothing one would tend to take lightly. Impossible to miss is biological detritus weighing on soul. Besides, what other use for the white protuberance if not to till soil for progeny to sow, should the reaper leave something to reap? Perhaps of no added value but infinity of fantasy unimpeded. As the suns give way to the moons, the Big Dipper takes a big dip. He got bigger with the sweets, though I'm not sure it's germane. Just a pinch between the cheek and gum, plenty of juice to spit on sinners. You know the guy, locked in shackles of reason, a prisoner of his own war, unable to taste the sweet fog, elate soaring above prehistory on a magic carpet, or nurture the inner child as shadowy echo silences laughter. I know him also, all too well, and he'll pay, sinning in the name of knowledge when inner child is being candy-bombed by magic drones. Magic drones which never should have lost supremacy to a bunch of stats, lessons, and dogma ingested over generations, taught by unforgiving deities basking in their ownness, casting lightning on right brains desperate for outlet from leftist prisons as crayon seat children of all ages. Each and every child covered in finger paint and pudding, Schoolhouse Rock, Dr. Seuss, and Shel Silverstein. Oop, I went out of order. This one's called Hop the Bus, to put everything back in order. Grabbed an old RTD on Ventura, heading from privileged boredom to din and bright light of decay. The most magnificent urban depletion. Creator of ultimate character, human and edificial. Home to the most charming of hordes, lacking all but mostly dignity, not to be found for 990 miles of 1,000-yard stairs. But for here under gilded skies, a moon-reflected shadow read Hollywood, and it was here they resided, lacking any compulsion to explain circumstances, for theirs was no different, in ends than those of other filthy beaten rugs, whose dust, visible in the airplane as day, fell to pavement as a bloody recipient of a 40-ounce greeting. Times have changed, but you can still taste it. As you pass alleys come urinals, see it in the few honest eyes remaining, smell it in the well-worn, poorly washed being, feel it in blood stuck to your boots as you stroll away. Further out they go as success breeds failure among those already failed, in search of a new range and land of gentrification. However, it was what it was, is what it is, and I preferred what was honest to what has become a clean whore, where streetwalkers are no longer welcome, but conventions and award ceremonies are big business, and sheen is deified, especially for clean whores. Decry corporate America you may, but your whore now takes Amex. Don't leave home without it. Yeah, well that wasn't then, yet. I saw past purview of myopic binocular to a world seemingly so much more appealing through kaleidoscope eye of four-way window pane. Knew just where to find it and found it. The Sunset 440 Motel, then. Don't ask me what it is now. I'm too fried to know. Soon there would be no bus rides to score the sacred paper. Ground underfoot would become bed. But for then, just a stop on a 4-tab trip from lawns manicured to perfection, to simmering stars, melting cops, burning suburbs, and charred remnants of pre-baby boom life cycle gone awry. Two more. one's called Do They Know? All's not quiet on the Western Front. Fabric of a life changing rapidly, Fabric of a life changing rapidly, knots mar the woven cloth. The kids aren't all right. Felony steals youth, old too soon. Trains are leaving stations. Boxcars screech innocence gone. Corroded metal marks blind journey. Sun will fall, moon will rise, tigers will attack, structures will develop, developments will pressure, this place to suffering. No, all's not quiet on the Western Front, where all that matters caught a cold. Humility hits like a white shark. Searing unknown brands gut, scarred esophagus burns. The eagles landed too hard. Nope, the kids are far from all right. The rooster never crowed at midnight. Cracked dice fly sorties over chips you drop. Yes, the sun will fall as the moon will rise. I wonder if even they have a clue as to why. Last piece, stick with me. Boris left, off to the land of I don't fucking know. The whale's mouth just closed. I have no torch. Glad that binary solitaire still throws cards at me. What else to do with fidgety digits? Still spiraling down grease rails, 22 ounces of where am I mixed with the burning bush smelling nothing like it did the first time. And a handful of this will make you better, trust me, I have a degree. The chaser of adolescent anger music on the rocks with a Leonard Cohen twist. Still blind though I've contracted an intimidating wobble. Approach with caution. A shooting star down by missile defense. The plunger fills with blood on my orders. I'm gonna be sick. 20 angels die as toxic tide brings agony to an end. I killed my best friend. Gonna be sick. Any more barbs in that bag, Doc? Maybe a couple of dilaudid. Take the edge off. Someone could get hurt. Someone is devastated. Medicated into who are you standing in front of my mirror. The old days found the fountain of youth. Their stare pierces my walking corpse like a dagger through a thorax with a 4-chamber vacancy. 2 wheels split lanes. How does a motorcycle get so fucked up? Right grip sinks to higher speed. Might be time to reconsider closing left brain doors. Approaching my own land of I don't fucking know. It's 50-50 if I maintain uncontrol over this beast. Scraping steel on wet turns. Someone grabbed the bars. There's hay in a warm sleeping spot in the garage. Live to fight another day. Keyword fight. Running a gauntlet of falling rocks, searching for a pry bar for that whale's mouth. Does anybody have a fucking lantern, please? Sun sets on a life filled with so much why I can't comprehend magnitude of its loss. A fire of orange and red burning through cumulus clouds, demanding appropriate respect for the smallest creature of the greatest substance, like a Mike Taylor poem. Another deal struck on my behalf without my knowledge that I'd gladly have accepted. Not ratified at the crossroads, but on far-off shores of another plane. An ominous gray send-off looms in distance immeasurable to all but fate. Okay by me. Just take care of my friend. Carry him off in warm wind. Heal his wounds. Let him chase lizards again. He'll only off a couple. Repair his renal function. Give him a cave. A place all his own to sleep off days spent traipsing grassy fields. Sharpen his claws and give him a trim. He's had a long trip. Make him a kitten again. Dragons as far as the eye can see. A few left to slay. Gotta get to work. Hourglass denominators getting heavy. Tipsy. We will sometimes fall. Dreaming impossible. Flying straight into a gaggle of geese. This motor fears not your honk. Don't care that the Hudson sits not below my wings. Nobody ever said the act couldn't be foolish. Why I treat foolhardy as anathema is left to be determined. Seems, however, the river needs to run upstream, upending sandy timepieces, soon, prior to the work's finalization. No illusion of grassy fields, nor meat prey to be found upon completion of this picture. Just a bus straight to hell, or a Kardashian taping. Is there a difference? Either way, I doubt my route will stray far on the y-axis. Low is low, a fact to which I'm indifferent, but for the smallest creature of the greatest substance. Soar high, Boris. Don't expect me anytime soon. Other than heaven shoots half a minute of angle out a mile, yet has me in 50 caliber sights at 20 feet. Dead to have a field mouse for me. I hear they taste just like chicken. Thank you.
That was our feature for tonight. Whoever says LA doesn't have culture has never seen the poetry scene that we have here in Los Angeles. Danny Baker, one more hand. Danny has books looking to, the book is called Fractured. Maybe you should-
You know what? You really did the artwork. I put it on the back of my head.
So Danny has books too for tonight. We're going to get right back into the open mic list. Jessica Ceballos is up next.